Hello guys, this is Hexagon Zero and welcome back to another episode of Battlefield 4 Commander Mode. Alrighty then, yes, I am recording this in post, the reason being that I didn't like what I was kind of going with during this incredibly short episode, mostly because this team was absolutely amazing. So yeah, and allow me to briefly discuss, what was been happening with the Commander Mode series lately, because it's not exactly been uploaded constantly. If you follow my blog, and I also have a Twitter, by the way. If you follow my blog, I posted that Commander Mode would be going on a bit of a hiatus. Now, I plan to bring it back from the hiatus on Tuesday. And so I was all ready to record on Tuesday, and I got home and I found out that Naval Strike was delayed for the Xbox One and for PC. For the Xbox One, it has since been rolled out, but the PC version, we are still lacking our Naval Strike. So, in other words, I just didn't really feel like doing it, and now I realize that maybe I should have done a little bit, just kind of keep you guys entertained, but meh. Here you guys go. This is an incredible round. I believe we've played with these guys before. I believe this is basically the same guys who did the Golmund Railway rush domination that I posted last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, somewhere in there. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was Watch Dogs. I am so hyped for Watch Dogs. It is... there's been a whole bunch of news released on it recently, mostly IGN or other reviewers posting cool stuff about Watch Dogs and how they designed their own game engine for it, the Disrupt engine, and it looks pretty freaking amazing. It looks so graphic intensive, and it looks so processing intensive, because each person you see on the streets in Chicago is going to have basically their own life. Their clothes are going to move in ways that respond to the weather. They're going to get wet. They're going to have certain actions. And that, to me, just sounds like a whole bunch of processing power that is being put on your PC. So I am kind of hesitant to see the minimum requirements for this. I'm not even sure if my computer will match up, and my computer's pretty boss as it is. So that's just how excited and hyped I am for Watch Dogs. So yeah, but let's, I'm actually supposed to be, I started this series because I wanted to talk about tactics with commanders, and essentially how to be an effective commander, and I've been told before that I'm kind of the only person doing this, because Commander Mode, it can get boring pretty quickly. I mean, like, you're essentially got an eagle-eye view, you're selecting a whole bunch of things, and you're watching a whole bunch of blue triangles run around, and occasionally you get to see more orange triangles than blue triangles. That's essentially Commander Mode in a nutshell, except you might be able to predict and guess and to combine a whole bunch of tactics into it. And the Commander, I originally thought the Commander wasn't exactly very essential to a game, and part of me still thinks that, considering that most of the game is played through the infantry. I mean, Cruise Missile can do some stuff, Gunship can do some stuff, Commander Crate can do some stuff, but ordering scans are pretty effective, I'll give it that, but EMP, I don't really see that doing a lot, at least on the field, when I'm actually playing infantry. But anyway, I digress. Actually, I wasn't digressing, I was explaining my point. I was using improper wordplay. Continuing on. So I'm actually going to talk about tactics a little bit more, and I don't know what the hell that guy was doing back there. He was just kind of sitting there, so I thought, haha, evac, now. Anyway, I don't need to discuss, kind of ironic, I don't really need to discuss tactics a lot for these guys, because these guys have it down pat. These, NV guys, which I think stands for Nova, but I'm pretty sure they're not on the Nova team, because I used to watch the Nova team, and they don't match any of the names from their big guys, so maybe it's a couple smaller members of the Nova team, but anyway, they absolutely dominate. And you might be able to hear them over the, whenever I have my, A squad selected. And I don't know how the hell people do this, but if you count, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on a squad. I don't know how that's possible, but apparently it is. So, yeah. It's weird. So what's going on right now is that normally on that kind of stretch of field between the, if you're on Conquest, what would be between B and D is the hardest part to get through, because considering you have to run basically across open ground, and it's really easy for vehicles and infantry to pick you off. But we managed to get through there pretty quickly before they had time to rally into position. We got the A, we armed the A, then just kept on moving right into B. And that is a really good tactic. That's what a lot of people do, on Conquest or on Rush or something like that, is that they'll sit and wait for the objective to be capped. I see this all the time on Metro. Do not, I repeat, do not sit and wait for your natural objective to be capped before moving up. It will be capped anyway. There will always be a couple late spawn-ins who will spawn in at the very back of the base, and they'll cap it for you. Or maybe I'll join your game magically and just run back, cap it for you, then leave. I don't care. Just get to B, and that's kind of what you need to do in Rush. You need to arm the objective, maybe leave one or maybe two squads behind. That's it. And I'm using that sparingly, and then just move up to the other MCOM, because they're gonna look. Because normally the one you've just armed is typically the closest one to your spawn. And if you have just armed it, well then they're going to be more concerned about, they're going to have to push through you to get to it. So the farther you push up is a higher chance of you arming the second objective, and the less of a chance of them getting around. And of course there's always the ninja defuse that can happen, which is kind of a pain. Commander leadership ribbon, woo! But you know, it's a good thing to do. I mean, obviously if the enemy team's putting up a little bit more of a fight than these guys were, and I kind of have an inkling that this is a stomp server, but I don't know, I had fun. Of course you always say that when you're on the winning team, I guess. Right. But anyway, recently there was a big update to Commander Mode on Xbox One, and there is no word about an update to PC, which sucks. At least I think it was an update to Xbox One. It was an update to anything but PC, and that's really what I'm concerned about. And that sucks. But hopefully they'll work out some of the problems that we are experiencing. Like, I had a round where a spawn beacon appeared as enemy, and yet I could promote the spawn beacon. So I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but something was going weird. And anyway, yeah, normally these two objectives are kind of hard to do. I don't have much time left, but normally these two objectives are kind of hard to do, considering if you push up through the forest, you're fighting uphill, they've got tree cover, and they've got that little pillbox. But we did it, we got through the buildings, we armed A, and then B is typically the trickiest one. But the tactic is what we did here. There's a little shed out there, essentially you need to get a squad back there, plant a beacon, have everybody spawn in on that, and run at B. And it will work magically. Because their spawn is somewhere around where my little screen there on the bottom left is, and then they have to rush up through that to get to you, which is hard to do when you've got guys shooting at you from the slightly to the left. So yeah, really quick round of Zavod 311. I'm not sure if it beats my Golmund Railway Rush time. I'll say in the description below. But anyway, I would like... Oh, I've got a lot of time. I don't need to sign out yet. Yeah, anyway, these guys are essentially saying, we need them to stay. We want to continue totally poning. Don't worry, I got my due. In the next round, they kind of killed me. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. This is the Hexagon Zero, signing out.